so we're gonna do the next fun goodies from our brother here, Master Dunng, and
all right. So we'll take it from one of our classical forms, give you a little more flair to it, a little bit of tradition. So we're gonna take it from position. Sorry, my back's gonna be the camera for a second, but we're gonna take it from here. We're gonna come up to position here. Now it's going to hop and throw your So-Choy and all the rest of your beads, okay? And then you come back out for the view jump.
All right.
So again,
one more time
right here. We'll do it slower, okay? We're gonna come up to the quad, okay? Now this one usually follows through. You're gonna hop, 1, 2, sink down for a square horse into a So-Choy here, and then back out for your view jump. You can do this in, in a bow stance position, or you can do it in square horse.
That's so cool.
Let's go to that fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Because you're doing it first.
Wait, what? We
I
can
need the
switch.
first one.
All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna come up. Now it's gonna hop to the right, step with the left, sweep through, and back out.
Is this a strike here? Is that a knock?
This is our
a
classic
rolling back.
So-Choy. So the hand will roll over, so that way the thumb's on the bottom. So you can hit with the knuckles, forearm.
So it's a twisting like back fist.
Correct.
Okay. And then from there,
Right back out.
and then this
So
underneath.
this one comes in, and then it'll rotate back over and come right back out.
This goes down or stays down?
This one from the upper position, it'll press down here. So form-wise, it gives you a counterbalance,
Right.
gives you that rooting.
And brings it down.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So from this position, if I'm coming up over this way, this can simply be done in here. So what does this translate into? Well, you can use it in a position if you have a punch, this just comes down to block. Okay, very simple, comes down to block. Again, you can also use it to come in and strike depending on how close your person is. So if you got that strike come in here as well, and it's right through there.
Here's a question for you. In Choy LI Fut, do you guys have attacks? Like I can see a move the way we are trained by just coming up at this, not just random people, but let's say if this person was going to harm you, let's just say it was going to happen, could you come and then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just lower the boom
That's
on 'em.
unfortunately that's where my brain goes.
Right,
Just
right,
hit 'em
right,
first.
right. Well, and because that's the thing is, in terms of self-defense, you don't have to wait for someone to punch you in the face to figure, I better defend myself.
Right.
Or even the fact that, a lot of times it's even said that just encroaching on one space, if I tell you, hey, I don't want you near me, but you come toward me anyway, that already tells someone you have ill intent.
Right.
So now the red flag's gone up. That means if you get too close to me, you get into this range here, bad things are gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
in traditional aspect, the raised leg, what is in textbook
Textbook-wise,
explanation of
this
that?
could be someone coming in to maybe sweep your leg or to step in on you. So if they get too close, or like if they're gonna rush, you can step back to strike as well to give yourself some room and to give yourself some
like an
space on that.
evasion thing.
Yeah. Next part, okay. So from this position, once we get from here, the next motion we have is the grab. So we go from this position, we will come up to grab. So let's say we have a strike, okay? Here, now once you block here, we may just transfer right to the grab here. We'll step from this position and we'll drive straight to the back of the head, all the way down. Okay? And of course, due to proximity, you may be using the knuckles, you may be using the forearm, whatever kind of shows its path at that point.
Right. That's cool.
So then once you get to this position here, once you get to this position here, and if they are still there, okay, this position can be used to come right back over the top.
Okay, so it's a bar.
So what I usually like to do with this one is I keep low to the ground, of course, because I'm a big dude. So my benefit is lower center of gravity. So in a position from here, if you're looking at a punch, instead of extending it here, you go right into a position where you connect. So once you connect, you have that position where you can read the energy like we were talking about before. So once that punch comes in, and once you connect, it's changing right here.
Right.
So you're right here. So it's not a big jump, but it's enough for position-wise from here. Now, this is enough to throw the body in. So once you get from here, here, now instead of the traditional knockover this way, you come across in position.
Boom.
And you just take the leg.
Yeah. All right. So the way I would approach this is straight line meets circle. Actually, a shorter circle meets bigger circle. That's the way I would do it. So Luis is going to throw a circle from this axis, and I'm going to throw a circle from this axis. So when he throws, right, boom, that's my strike right there. Boom, here. That's my strike right there. Here. Boom, right? And what I like about this is it takes me right to the center, right? Now, generally, I would do like a slipping motion kick like that. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Maybe 15 years
Wait, you go to do it, the leg flies off, you're like, oh.
Oh, that's not my leg. That's my detachable penis. All right.
Your
Yeah.
energy's off.
Yes, I lost this in Nam.
So that's the way I would, and I love because that motion, that hop, it's not
We
just a hop.
actually do a lot of that.
Yeah,
Where we actually do a lot of throws and takedowns.
yeah.
That's why we always call ourselves the black sheep cousins of Choy LI Fut. Let's do a kick, a straight kick, right? So I could go ahead. I would be going around. This way.
Nice.
So I'm using his balance and his weight to actually real slow go underneath and keep myself up so I can do that, right? Because frankly, if I do this, go ahead, that motion is gonna take me out because I'm only on one leg. So basically, it's a pull. So what I need to do is offset my balance out that. You okay?
No, you're
Didn't want to do it too hard. And it goes through here, and then it can go here, and then from there,
good night.
bam. Oh. And then you can open that up. And you go, there you go. I wish we that scene with Donnie Yen where he's instead of the head, open them up like this. There was no more gonads. You know,
Your lineage ends here.
but I could totally see that without putting up my leg. So you could do a punch that actually sucked. Here, I'm going
Yeah,
through
that was
like
the other
this.
thing I was saying
Yeah.
too.
Here too. And then instead of, there's this one throw that we like to do where we grab here and then do that. We could, just because I like the hopping.
Yeah. It's like reverse engineering.
Right. But that sounds out. You
And-
work it, you work it.
And also in Sensao, there's a concept of multiples, right? If he comes here, he throws, right?
Right.
I strike and kick at the same time.
That's like hitting a wall.
Yeah.
Literally hitting.
Yeah. Yeah. When I pull him through, this hand's gonna go back, but when I come up, boom, there it is right there.
Yeah,
It's
it's that continuation of energy.
Yeah.
Because once they got that punch coming in, you're not stopping it. You're
Right.
like, please come in.
Go closer, go closer.
Welcome.
Step on the landmine. But I like that.
Right,
Okay,
right.
there's one more.
There is. From that. Oh, that.
And then we have the
The sweep.
Make it more of a motion like that, but I don't want to hit the S.O.V too hard today. He was expecting something harder than that, but so that's the way I would approach that, right? So, and I would use kind of the hopping step,
Right.
and I would use this leg here, lower leg, lift, and lift him up that way.
split the energy.
Yeah.
So, attack. Remember, Kung Fu, this is disadvantage training. Go ahead, punch. As soon as he punched, it's already a disadvantage. So we also practice in attack. So he's just standing around waiting for the bus, and I don't like it. Right?
Maybe
So-
not the greatest reason to attack a person, but
It's still a reason.
still a reason.
Anyways, okay, well, somebody yelling at you and stuff like that, or the person is going up to somebody who I care for is about to attack him and he doesn't see it, right? Those are the things why you practice on sound attacking. So what we're gonna do is from there, now we start off from, this one, here, right? And then what I like is when he does the turn, we could always go bam, right? And then it goes from here, bam. And this is fine, easy and fine, right? So, and you could do a kick, right? So I can do here. Biggest thing is you can't really do that from far away. Remember, even though Choy LI Fut circles are huge, this is basically a turbine. This is the top part, and it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger as you get closer to that circle. All of that are powerful strikes you could do. You're not striking from up here. You can strike from here, here, go around, and so on and so on. So all of that.
Yeah,
Tons of fun stuff.
yeah, absolutely.
So
Okay, so
Last technique.
Last technique.
Ooh, okay. We'll go back to basics because that's one of the things that my teachers have always instilled with me is everything is within your basics. It's just learning how to use them.
Right.
So you have we dealt with it a little bit in the other techniques, which is the punkyu, and this is our circular block. So we have a circular block in a position here where it's a full one, or in some cases we just do a half one. It can come from the front, it can come from the back. It can be a full circle. So a lot of that again is just that connection, and I love the idea of circles.
Yeah.
Circles are just continuation of energy, and it
Right.
can cover so many different things.
Right.
You have your circles in your motions of your arm, your body, your stancing. So however you're moving, to continue that motion, circles are so important. And one of the things that we always teach is that when you're looking at someone, you may cover it as well, is if someone's coming at you straight, then you counter with circle.
Right.
If someone's coming at you with circle, you counter with straight,
Right.
because you didn't get them right to the punch.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
right.
All right, so we'll deal with the basic punkyu position. Like I said, is a circle position. So in this one, we'll go ahead, and one of the ones I like to teach is basically like a round kick. So from this position, if you have a right roundhouse kick coming in this way, you have it coming from that back leg, is you're going to continue the idea of energy. So his energy is going to be circling around this way. So rather than me just barging right in, we want to move with the energy. We utilize our punkyu right here to connect with it. And once you're connected with them, now you have a dance partner. Okay? So in a position from here, as he's throwing that round kick from here, I connect, but I move with him.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
And I just connect right with him, and like I said, you just dance right with him. So it's not that you're having to fight against this massive, because you get hit with a roundhouse kick,
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. So the idea is that you're connecting. Once that kick comes in, is you connect with him, move with him, and send him on his way.
The hills are alive. Totally see somebody, if you do this, drop, and you just
Dump. Yeah.
yeah, just,
That would really suck.
I've seen you do it for him.
Oh, okay. So off the round kick, I like that concept. So the way I would adjust it is instead of going that way, I would bring them back this way. So if I come here, I bring them back.
Right.
The other thing too is when you add a small little lever here, you go down and you step, put your foot here. It's easy.
Right.
Take the knee and right? And it's very close quarter, like you say. Like I'm not gonna take you down S.O.V. but throw the kick. But what I like about this, if you don't know where your body is at, and if you don't know how to move your feet, because this is very close quarter.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like I've watched some people that come in and the person's throwing this and they didn't know how to use that motion to get around, and they took the knee, and it's like, oh, that's painful.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful.
And of course, that's where that traditional stancing comes in. Again, people wonder why you practice the stancing. Well, it's so you can lighten it up later, but all you're really doing is square horse, cross,
Right.
back,
Right.
So
Exactly.
And for some of you guys out there, and you're still 10 years later, you're still practicing your basic stances. Keep practicing them, because the advanced concept, you're not gonna get a chance to say, well, this foot goes here, or that foot goes there. You're gonna have to be able to layer it in and integrate it into the movement themselves, and that's what you're seeing.
beauty is in the basics.
Right. Especially if you've been out of it for about a year, 2, 3 years, and you really want to get back into it. I don't suggest jumping back into like a fast horse. Go in the old Nille first and be back into your basics.
Nille!
For me, when he brought me back, I haven't practiced only a couple of months, but I haven't practiced Sansao in full speed about a year or two. So I had to go back to my basics and continue. One of the coolest things about it is when we see these basic fundamental techniques that you could do. So when you come in here and all of that. Now you can shorten it as what my brother has done, you know, from the big traditional ones, and then you could even shorten it even more. So as you do here, it's just like that. You kind of shorten it even more. You could be more evasive. So if I do this here, I drop them down and come back into that. Get tricky. Get tricky, right?
Now the other thing is, you know, of course, we're trying to preserve the S.O.V as well. You know,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was.
Me too.
But of course, you know, just like you're doing, you attack with attack.
Mm-hmm.
So as that kick would come in, not only are you moving in, but you're striking straight in as well.
Right.
You know, that way you're not leaving things up to chance.
Well, what I get a lot from when I used to do it, when I taught people to defend against a kick is when they kick, they will watch that kick.
Why do I keep getting kicked? I don't know. So he throws a round kick, right? And I go, I would stop it there. Now I have a lever to push off of. So hold on, let's turn. So now I have a lever to drive off of. And once again, now my weight, I can do anything I want to from there, you know? And that's just very quick. It's a really good technique, really good move. But
It's fast too.
yeah,
Really fast and could be powerful. But remember, look at everything that we've been doing. We change it slightly for every single one. It's not wrong to change things. It's just wrong to continue doing something that doesn't work.
Well, I think that's one of the great things about Kung Fu is being able to adapt.
yeah, you have to be. And that's what I love about the circle concept, right? Or the flow of the movements is that it has to adapt like water. You know, the last thing, unless there's just something.
No, that's it.
The only thing I want to add, and we want to make sure that you guys understand this season, is what makes styles, methods like Sensao and styles like Choy LI Fut effective is the concept of what Sifu Dunng said earlier, is pain. You have to know how to cause pain. You have to have stopping power in your movements. You have to know how to hit certain areas. Don't assume it. You gotta go get with a partner and practice it. Because a lot of our brothers will assume they do something and then the pressure hits and then everything is the equivalent of to come here, lay on ground, you know? And so we have to be careful of that because these forms that we all have learned have these concepts and these methods.
But thank you, my brother.
Thank you, the legend.
And one of these days, we gotta bring everybody in and just powwow on the playground.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
All
right. Thank you.
Hey, wait. Oh, Sifu, Ron, and Gus, they did it again. They ordered all this food, ate it, and left.
I do want a ninja bomb. This. You know, you're not brushing your...
My golf game tremendous.
Oh, really? The last time I had golf, there was a stripper in every hole. Anyways,
And that's for another show.
that's for another show.
Put the kids to bed.